would have heard the word used by Felicia most often, continue. And great parties continue. First of all, I'd like to thank the members of this great team, of this great party, who were a part of this campaign. As Felicia said, it lasted some 3 weeks, and we did not relent during that 3 weeks. We came with a mission to carry a campaign that was always going to be serious, and we kept to that promise. We explored the serious issues that confront Barbadians, and those serious issues will continue to confront Barbadians tomorrow. We came and we made a pledge that we would carry a campaign that was decent, and we kept to that. I don't think anyone in the media or otherwise will say that we did not conduct a campaign that was serious and that we did not conduct a campaign that was decent as well. So I want to say thanks to the media for giving liberal coverage to all of our meetings. We really do appreciate that. We do have some reservations sometimes, but we can smile about that and press on, because we're all interested in country. And in battle, as it turns out, we don't have two winners. But this party does not consider itself to be a loser. We've lost before, we've won before, and we will probably lose again. And I am absolutely certain that we're going to win again. And that is politics, that is life, that is how it goes. Some days are bad days, some days are good days. And I want to assure the members of this party that we are going to have good days again. Thank you very much.
Okay, what's the next step?
The important word Felicia used, continue. We will continue. We will continue. We will continue on this mission to represent the broad interests of Barbadians. That's what we will continue to do. We are a political organization, and every political organization wants to occupy the offices of government. Politics is about how you organize a society, and that is what we are interested in. We are interested in organizing a society in which every Barbadian has a right to live comfortably. We are not satisfied that this country now at this juncture is a safe place. We all know that it is not a safe place. So it is not our safety that we are satisfied about. Victory tonight would not have provided this country with safety. It may have provided this party with the safety of the satisfaction of victory, but this country is still in peril. And so anytime, as long as we recognize that this country continues to be in peril, this party will continue on its mission.
Okay, can you tell us your assessment of how the voters in St. James know how your message resonated with them?
That's not a question we can answer at this point in time. We explored all the media that were available. We did online, and we had very, very good viewership online. As I said, our messages were serious. We confronted the issues. We discovered, well, not discovered, we knew that during the campaign, the two major issues confronting the lives of people in this country would have been crime and cost of living. So any message that did not embrace those two themes was a message that was misguided. And we stayed on those messages, cost of living and crime. And when we spoke with constituents, that's what we were hearing quite a lot. The question of democracy, that became a message that was important, not to us, not to the people of St. James North exclusively, but to Barbadians, because we as Barbadians have seen what a lopsided institution called Parliament can do to a country, and what it is doing to this country is not good. So that tonight we may focus on victory and defeat, but let us focus on the future of this country. And as I've said before, and I repeat it, we are not, as a country, in a good place. And we are convinced about that. We are convicted in that belief. And to use Felicia's word, that's why we're going to continue. Our chins are up. We look to a future that is bright, and that will be bright again, but we will continue.
How satisfied were you with the voter turnout?
Voter turnout, I understand it's about 38%. No political institution in this country can be satisfied with a result that is under 50%. When the minority of people vote in an election, that is something that all parties must be concerned about. But of course, it is a by-election, it is not a general election. We anticipate and we hope that the general election will favor us with a larger turnout. So I wouldn't want to predict a general election turnout on the basis of this turnout, but it is something about which all parties and all political persons must be considered.
Let's talk about support. When you were talking about support from the electorate, you're going to the electorate and you want them to vote for the Democratic Labour Party or whatever candidate. Let's look at the internal support, because I couldn't help but notice some, low numbers in campaign when you were on the trail doing that kind of thing.
Low numbers
when you were canvassing. What work are you doing or the team doing to help rebuild the party internally, so that when the electorate comes, they say, well, this is a party that's together?
Well, I don't know what you saw, but the first mass canvass we did, we had 60 people gather in Spikestown and did the first mass canvass. In fact, we had a crisis in terms of large numbers, because some of the teams went out and there were 5 people, 4 people, when ideally you want 3 people. So that in the face of your information, let me give you the other information, that our mass canvasses were quite large. Yes? And I want to remind the media that when the election was announced on the Tuesday, I think it was, we went into caucus on the very Tuesday and arranged ourselves, formed ourselves into teams and pursued this battle. And we fought a good battle, and we fought a decent battle, and we fought a serious battle. We have no regrets about the quality of our platform. Our platform was of an extremely high quality. We revealed and unveiled new spokespersons for this party, new potential candidates. We discovered that they came to our office, 2 persons who had been disenfranchised, not due to any fault of their own. The Electoral and Boundaries Commission placed their addresses in a different constituency, although they had voted here on the previous occasion in 2022. We went up there, we fought that battle, and the Electoral Commission did not put them back on the list.
And
they voted in 2022.
Are you going to take any further steps with regards to that?
You would recognize that in 1984, in the Oinatha case, I think it was the case Morgan against Simpson, I have a very good memory. They would have gone to court because the disenfranchisement of a voter affected the eventual outcome of the election. Their disenfranchisement obviously did not affect the outcome, so you wouldn't want to waste time in court with something like that. Except that we defend their right to vote, and they were denied that right.
I have a boundaries question if everybody's finished. What do you think about the boundaries? Well, this is probably the first or the only constituency which is boundaries goes through 3 parishes. We got here Park St. Thomas, Park St. James, Park St. Peter. And so much so to the fact that some of the speakers, or one of the speakers, I know, they got a little confused.
There's no confusion, there's a slip of the tongue. Speaking is not an easy thing. You're working all day and then you have to go on a platform and speak, and you will have a slip of the tongue. I wouldn't regard that as anything.
But do you think that is a little outrageous to have a constituency span 3 parishes? Which should probably
well, that's
take
one
away
of the
from
anomalies in Barbados, and this is not the only constituency. You have other constituencies across Barbados that do not respect parish lines, and that is because the commission wants to be able to put the correct number of persons into a constituency. So sometimes they will cross a parish line. And look, constituency borders are really artificial. You could have a person on one side of the street, he's in a different constituency, but culturally, he's in the same village. So I don't regard boundaries as being pivotal, as being very serious. A lot of the times they're artificial. So stretching across parish lines, neither here nor there.
But as you know, this is 3 parishes, not just across the street.
Doesn't matter a whole lot. I'm talking here about a culture, a local culture, a village. And as long as the village remains intact, I think that is what is important to constituents.
But do you think that it stretch across the parties, the party that won, do you think it stretch across their supporters and not the supporters of the DLP?
No, look, I want to tell you, try not to take artificial lines more seriously than you should. It's artificial. It's artificial. Sometimes it's the middle of a road, yeah, and cars travel along there. I don't take party constituency borders that seriously in terms of, they're not disruptive. They're not disruptive. It is just a convenience. It is just an administrative and political convenience. That's all a boundary is. It's an administrative convenience. But there's a sense in which Barbados is one culture, politically, with two major parties. Yes, so boundary lines quite often don't mean anything, except that you must be allowed to vote only in one. And two ladies discovered today, well, 5 persons, that they were not allowed to vote within those artificial lines.